Hi everybody, John here with In the Loop Travel. We are sailing on Norwegian Prima. This is Norwegian Cruise Line's brand new ship, first in its class. And in this video, I'm going to give you a deck-by-deck walkthrough of the ship, giving you a full ship tour. We're going to start down on deck 6. Let's go. First, let me give you a little information about the ship. Norwegian Prima carries more than 3,100 passengers, and the passenger decks are from 4 to 20, but most of the activities take place on decks 6, 7, and 8 for the public spaces, and 16 through 20 at the very top of the ship. And we'll start out by entering the Penrose Atrium. This is the center of the ship, and it is a striking area. Attached to it is the Penrose bar, and the atrium covers 3 decks from 6 through 8. There are a couple of shops down here on this level, as well as the future cruise desk. Right next to the ship's atrium on this level is the very large casino, and you move through the casino to the back of the ship. You'll find the Belvedere bar and a couple of restaurants. The restaurants include the Commodore Room, which is a large main dining option, serving dinners only. And Cagney's, the famous steakhouse on Norwegian Cruise Line ships. And at the very front of the ship is Prima Theater and Club. This is the ship's versatile space serving as the main theater for production shows. And the floor can also be cleared of the seats on deck 6, so it converts into a nightclub for disco theme nights and other parties in the evening. The theater is on decks 6 through 8, 3 levels. On deck 7 you have a number of restaurants and venues for entertainment. Le Bistro serves French cuisine. Hudson's is the ship's second main dining room, and now this is the main dining room most people will come to. It serves breakfast, lunches, and dinners. It is an incredibly attractive space with the panorama windows all the way around the back of the ship. An interesting note about Hudson's and the Commodore room, they both are on a new program that is serving meals during your entire cruise from just one menu. So you get the same menu every day, but it is a large menu with a lot of options, so you can mix and match and be satisfied to change up your meals throughout your cruise. Nama Sushi and Sashimi is a new restaurant for Norwegian Cruise Line here on Norwegian Prima. There's a small specialty dining space with counters and tables. And right across the corridor is Hasuki. This is a Japanese teppanyaki style grill. Moving from the aft of the ship, you pass through Metropolitan Bar. This is a craft cocktail lounge, a sustainable cocktail bar, which serves many of its concoctions created from what would be leftover items such as day-old croissants or banana peels. We tried a couple of the cocktails and you wouldn't know the difference, so it's kind of a cool concept to put those products to use. And adjacent to the Metropolitan is the Humidor, a cigar lounge. The ship offers a couple of small entertainment venues here on Deck 7 as well. Improv, it's a comedy club, and across the way is Sid Norman's Poorhouse, which is an intimate gathering spot for live music. Kind of an old rock and roll bar. These are both small spaces, so I do recommend you get there early if you want to see the shows. They were filled up pretty quickly each night during our cruise. As you make your way toward the atrium in the very middle of the ship, you will pass by a number of shops. This would be the main shopping corridor on the ship. And in the atrium on Deck 7, you're going to find guest services and the shore excursions desk. As well as the main Starbucks on Norwegian Prima. There were lines at this coffee kiosk every day, so it's very popular. There is a second Starbucks on Deck 8 at the Indulge food hall. Tucked just behind the Starbucks is Connect, which is a small internet cafe. Some good spaces so you can sort of find a little hideaway, serene spot with great views of the ocean. And this narrow staircase here leads you on up to Deck 8, which is the top level of Penrose Atrium. Deck 8 is my favorite. There's a lot going on here. You come up to the whiskey bar. It's a popular area for pre-dinner cocktails. The whiskey bar sits right next to specialty dining restaurant Honda by Scarpetta, which serves Italian cuisine. Few restaurants on Deck 8, and they all connect to the outside, which is called Ocean Boulevard. So you can have indoor or outdoor seating at these venues. And around the atrium area here, there are a few more shops. We're heading toward the aft of the ship now, and you're going to pass by the photo gallery as well. The local bar and grill is both a specialty dining option on one side and then the bar on the other. This is a nice gathering space. People come here to watch sports, hang out, relax. There'll be live music here, and this is where we also enjoyed some trivia competitions. Heading this way, you sort of peek into the back of the restaurant spot of the local. But we'll take you into the front here and show you how you would come in if you were going to be sitting for a meal. Again, connected either indoor or outdoor. You can choose where you want to sit. There's a few TVs in here as well, and there was always sports on. Across the hall is Los Lobos, the Mexican eatery on Norwegian Prima. And as you continue toward the back of the ship, going through the local, you do come past the special elevator banks for people staying in the Haven Suites, the Enclave ship within a ship concept on Norwegian Prima. And then you eventually get to Indulge Food Hall. Now this is a massive space. It has more than 10 food concepts inside, so you can order Indian, barbecue, rotisserie. There's even a salad option, noodles, and desserts, of course. Indulge Food Hall also has the Luna Bar at the very back, and that's next to a couple of food trucks. Both Indulge Food Hall and the local are included restaurants in your cruise fare, so no extra charge. Get as much as you like. At the food hall, you sit down at any table and use the tablet to order as much as you like, and then your waiters bring it to you. And this is also where you'll find your second Starbucks. Now, I mentioned Ocean Boulevard. This is the ship's promenade that encircles the entire vessel. And it's filled with a lot of unique neighborhoods outside the ship that do connect to the inside shops, restaurants, and bars. Ocean Boulevard has 2 infinity swimming pools, one on each side. Plenty of day beds, loungers, chair swings, and all kinds of cool looking places to relax. And this is also the landing zone for the ship's 2 dry slide attractions, the Drop and the Rush. The Drop slide pulls the floor out from under you and shoots you down 10 decks, all the way from deck 18 down here onto deck 8. On Ocean Boulevard, you'll also find Ocean Walk, which is a glass floor. You can look out over the ocean. If you've watched to this point in the video, thanks so much. While I've got you here, I want to ask one thing. Would you go ahead and hit that thumbs up like button? That really helps out the channel. And while you're at it, why not consider subscribing? That way you don't miss any of our content. Thanks so much. Now let's continue the tour. And this promenade also has a nice sculpture park. The Rush is a two-slide system. They twist around and both end up down here on deck 8. The only space I need to show you on deck 15 is Splash Academy here. This is the kids club. They didn't have it fully outfitted during our cruise, but you can get an idea of the space here. And this is the entrance for all ages. On deck 16 you have Mandara Spa, which has the fitness center inside as well. Pass through the lobby of the spa facility. You see the treatment rooms and a couple of salons with services in this corridor. Down below on deck 15, but you enter through deck 16, is the large thermal suite. This is an amazing space with all sorts of experiences, saunas, steam rooms, and showers, as well as a relaxation room and large swimming pools. Pulse is the fitness center. It's kind of small for a ship this size, mainly over by the free weights. It gets quite crowded, but you can see there's an ample amount of cardio equipment. There are also 2 studios in here, one for group sessions such as yoga and other fitness classes, and the other one is the Ride Spin Class Studio. At the aft on deck 16 is the Haven. This is the exclusive retreat, special suite area on Norwegian Prima, and it has a restaurant, pool deck with infinity pool, a lounge, and concierge service. Deck 17 is where you will find the ship's buffet. It's called Surfside Cafe. Now this is a pretty small buffet for a cruise ship. It's just this one side of the ship, from midship toward the aft. It has indoor and outdoor seating, but with so many other options for food on board at the specialty restaurants, Indulge Food Hall and the local. They went with a little bit of a smaller buffet. It does get quite crowded in here on lunch and breakfast time. Also up here is Palomar. It's a specialty dining restaurant featuring Mediterranean cuisine. In this area of the ship beyond Palomar is Food Republic. You'll find this option on other Norwegian Cruise Line ships. Kind of a tapas style sharing restaurant where you order from a tablet. And there are a wide variety of food styles in here. Vibe Beach Club is at the very back of the ship. Now this is an exclusive area for adults only, and you can get day passes or cruise long passes to this area that has a sun deck with all the loungers, a bar, some hot tubs, Just outside the buffet and Palomar is the main pool deck. This Lido deck has a waves bar and a small pool with lounge chairs around it. Now they have a smaller pool than most large cruise ships have because they've also got the 2 infinity pools, if you remember, down on each side on Ocean Boulevard. This area also has a couple of hot tubs on the wing areas of the ship. Heading back inside, you'll find the observation lounge. This is a large space around the front of the ship, with great windows for viewing. Sort of serves as the living room on board, quiet space where you can relax, do some reading. They have a bar and a small buffet for when they put out some snacks or hors d'oeuvres. Also nearby, you'll find Galaxy Pavilion. This is a virtual reality arcade with 13 VR experiences, plus an escape room. The very top of the ship, decks 18 through 20, this is where a lot of the activities happen. There's some extra sun decks and rides and games and things like that. Coming up off the Lido deck, you'll see the wave, and this is a water slide, a raft water slide. You get access going up this way. And on this deck 18 here, midship, you see a kids' aqua park. This space also is a sun deck, so people can come here and enjoy the sun. There's covered areas and full on sun areas. And from here you can look back toward the Lido deck and you see across to the massive Prima Speedway. This is a go-kart racetrack on board Norwegian Prima. What's that, you didn't know there was a racetrack on board? Yeah, that's right. This is the longest, biggest racetrack at sea. It's 1,400 feet long, covers 3 decks. The Speedway complex has the Prima Speedway bar and a variety of other games and activities you'll soon see. You access the 2 dry slides that I show you that drop out onto deck 8, going down 10 stories. Both the drop and the rush on each side of this area is where you load in for those rides. The stadium is an area with a lot of games. You have shuffleboard, ping pong, beer pong, an under the table mini soccer game, foosball, and pickleball players are going to love this, a dedicated pickleball court. Across the way you'll find the game's Bullseye, which is a series of dart lounges. They have 5 lounges on board and you can rent these lounges to play darts with your friends. And they also have Tea Time up here, which is an interactive mini golf game. Now both of these activities come with fees. Now the big attraction on board is the Speedway. Racers will enjoy this for-fee activity, and there are plenty of observation areas up here so you can watch people race around the track. I want to thank you all for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and we're going to see you in the next one.